SUVs may be ruling the Indian market when it comes to the mass market segment, but when it comes to the luxury vehicle segment as a whole, sedans are holding forth. And in the luxury vehicle market, specifically here in India, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class LWB, or the long wheelbase version, has been calling the shots for quite some time. That is what makes this new product here extremely interesting, extremely exciting. Yes, this is the latest BMW 5 Series long wheelbase version from the German manufacturer. BMW seems absolutely determined to take the fight to the Mercedes camp. We've already, in a previous video, taken you through some of the highlights that this sedan is promising, but in today's episode of HD Auto, we're telling you absolutely everything you need to know about the BMW 5 Series LWB. The 5 Series traces its roots back to 1972, but in its latest iteration is the longest it has ever been. Not only has the length gone up by a very significant 212mm, but is now wider and taller too. The 3105mm wheelbase is also best in segment. Bigger can be beautiful too, and that's exactly what the latest 5 Series is. A marriage between sporty silhouette and stylish elements, whether it is in the form of the illuminated kidney grille, sleek LED headlight units, high shoulder line on the side, flat LED tail lights, or the M Sport package details like rear apron with diffuser insert and large intakes on the face. But what about where the real action is at? The feature list inside the latest 5 Series now includes a 12.3-inch driver display, a 14.3-inch main infotainment screen, the BMW interaction bar with very elegant lighting that is straight from the 7. The hidden aircon vents further raise the classy appeal of the sedan. But for a sedan that will be primarily chauffeur driven, the back seats need to be absolutely perfect. So is it? Now, our special focus, of course, is on the back seats of this car because 3 Series Grand Limousine offered a lot of space. Very impressive car to be in the back seats of. But the 5 Series LWB now takes things to another level altogether. Acres and acres and acres of space here. And frankly, regardless of how much a BMW is fun to drive, and especially how much the 5 Series LWB is fun to drive, this particular model will be preferred by owners from the back seat. And therefore, BMW has done a fantastic job, not just in terms of the space on offer, but also the sheer comfort, the sheer luxury, and to a certain degree, the sheer opulence as well. The seats here are nicely cushioned, top-notch materials. You would expect that from a BMW 5 Series, so that's great. But certain small subtle elements like this light treatment here behind the back seat, complete with the Type-C USB charger on both the back of the front 2 seats, that's great as well. You get a central armrest console here, of course, and you get another wireless charging pad for the passengers at the back. So easy to plonk your phone here. There is a button here which pushes out the 2 dedicated cup holders as well. Now you have some extra additional storage space under the central armrest, and frankly, even on long highway journeys, this car could potentially be best enjoyed from here, the back seats. There are dedicated AC vents, touch controls to both manage the temperature as well as the fan settings. Again, nicely done. Massive large vents for the Bauer & Wilkins speakers here. Some additional door storage spaces for bottles. All of these really help elevate the experience of being on the back seats of the 5 Series LWB. Now additionally, the massive sunroof that we've already spoken about can also be operated from the touch of a button here on the back of the center console. So another great highlight where you don't have to really disturb your chauffeur and take the controls in your own hands, quite literally. Now this car is massively capable, so on the move, triple-digit speeds come up real quick, and considering that it's a BMW, the drive dynamics are very good as well. But all of that will come to a naught if the backseat passengers, pretty much the owners of this vehicle, are not comfortable. Well, thankfully not the case inside this car, because body roll is an absolute minimum, and there is hardly any noise either from the road or the ambience conditions from the outside that seeps into this cabin. So again, something that is remarkably well done in this car. The air conditioning is working really well as you would expect in any luxury car, but it's a hot and humid day, so I really sorely do miss a window curtain here for the backseat passengers. A lot of cars actually now come with that, whether they are in the luxury segment or otherwise. So even if it isn't a button operated curtain, even if it was manual, that's something small but very significant that the BMW guys have missed. Another thing, and this may be a very, very personal opinion, the recline on the back seats are a little too much. So there is really no way for me to, even if I want to, sit a little bit more upright. Personal preferences, I would have wanted, especially on longer journeys, to sit a little bit more upright, possibly put a button here to control the incline, the recline of the back seats. That's not there. But of course, the dedicated pillows, the cushions here, actually try to an extent make up for it. The 2024 5 Series is powered by a 4-cylinder petrol motor with a 48-volt mild hybrid technology. Is it then a hybrid? Well, not quite. But is this LWB also delivering on the drive? Well, sure. There is 257 bhp on offer and 400 Newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 kmph comes up in 6.2 seconds, which is as impressive as perhaps irrelevant in a luxury sedan that is prioritizing comfort over everything else. So the 5 Series manages to make things buttery smooth, and while handling nearly as well as any BMW, also manages to keep occupants very well planted. The 8-speed automatic gearbox ticks the numbers real well. The sports steering also offers respectable amount of feedback, and while straight line speeds are maintained with skill, even high-speed turns are quite a lot of fun to manage despite the sheer length of this sedan. Is the latest BMW 5 Series then really the Fantastic 5? But no more references to the superhero series. Instead, the BMW 5 Series does a phenomenally good job of continuing to drive really well, and now complete with a really luxurious offering at the back. It's a pity though that perhaps 5 Series buyers will still let their chauffeurs do most of the driving, but if you're out in the market for this car, my suggestion, my request would be to actually experience it from behind the wheel. But the bigger question is, does this have the potential to challenge the E-Class LWB from Mercedes-Benz? From our experience of this car all of today, BMW has a seriously strong challenger to that particular hot seller. What do you make of the BMW 5 Series LWB? Do let us know, and do not forget to check out our in-depth written review as well. In this episode though, that's all the time we have. I'm Shubhadeep, signing out.